It is the URC quarter-final time. Now, naturally, my favorite team, the Sharks, are not there. But let's have a look at the teams that are there. The first quarter-final matchup we have is Glasgow versus Connacht tonight at 8:45. This is happening at the Scotstoun Stadium, which means Glasgow have the home turf advantage. The issue with Glasgow is that they've been on terrible form recently, losing on tour to South Africa, whereas Connacht, on the other hand, are on incredible form at the moment. I think winning the last 10 games or so. That means that they will be ripe and ready to take down Glasgow. On the other hand, Glasgow have the experience. They've been in this position and they won the whole tournament before. Which one do we weigh up more, experience or the current form? Personally, I think coupled with the home turf advantage, I see Glasgow being able to take on and defeating Connacht. And I do think that this will be quite a close game. The next quarterfinal we have is Bulls versus Munster at Loftus. This is taking place 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. On the dry turf that is Loftus in winter, I see the Bulls slightly edging Munster. Not because Munster are bad in any way, shape or form, but I do think that the Bulls will be able to overcome Munster. Now for the next quarterfinal, we have the Stormers versus Cardiff. Now obviously the biggest story coming out of that is Damian Willemse and Leland Zass's collision at practice. Apparently Damian Willemse's knee is injured and Leland Zass suffered a hematoma, which I think is just a bruise. This means that they both are likely to not play in this quarterfinal, which could be very worrying for the Stormers. However, having faced Cardiff in the last round, I do think that the Stormers will be better because they have taken on Cardiff. They know what happens. Stormers do have that home ground advantage. So I do see it going the way of the Stormers. And the last quarterfinal we have is Leinster versus the Lions. They played very recently, a couple of rounds ago. And this is looking quite dangerous for the Lions because they've been on tour for 4 weeks now, which is a very long time to be away from your home. And they're taking on Leinster once again at the Aviva Stadium tomorrow night at 9 p.m. So this is going to be quite difficult, a monumental task for the Lions to overcome. So I do see this going the way of Leinster. They will be hurting after the Champions Cup loss. They will be wounded, and a wounded Leinster is a very dangerous Leinster. We all know this. And so I think Leinster will just throw all that they have after losing the Champions Cup into the URC and aim to win it again. These are the way I see it going. I see Glasgow, Bulls, Stormers and Leinster going through to the semi-finals. The cracking matchup. We've seen these matchups many times before, and I do think that it'll be amazing to witness these semi-finals. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys disagree with me, let me know what I've got wrong. If you agree with me, post your score predictions down in the comments. And let's have a cracker URC weekend. Let's go. Have a good rest of your days.